that goal. And then obviously like 35 isn't the only, like we can do more than that. And then 50 half off invites through the SN page, like total per day. And there's 14 of us. So that's literally like 3 or 4 per person per day. And you can do like, I encourage you guys to do more if you want. Like if I do 20, then we only have 30 left to do that day. So it's totally up to you guys, like how many you do, but also just knowing like hold each other accountable of I might only do 5 one day because I have a lot going on, but then the next day I'll do 20 because I'm at home and I have time. So not making yourself wrong for if you can't do like most of the invites that day, or if you're on it that day, like you're no less of a person because you couldn't or you did do it. But we'll be able to hold each other accountable that way.
Is this every day? Like even if you don't work, we're doing it every
50
day?
per day.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way too, that's what I was saying of like, if you're not working and sometimes it's easier than if you're on bar. And a lot of this is what we kind of rearranged it for is other orgs, like we're doing these things while on bar. And obviously we know like that doesn't,
No,
it's not
it
gonna
doesn't
make
work.
sense
Not
for
all the
us.
time. Sometimes.
So that's why we made it also like group whole efforts to where it's not like I have to do 20 invites every single day, whether I'm working or not working. And then I'm like, what the heck, like overwhelmed. So we made it like a group thing, and then sharing and commenting on the SN post. So anytime Kira posts, she'll post, just made our post for the day or for the week, and then we'll all go get to reshare it on Facebook and Instagram and comment on it something. And that will be like our, once we see everyone comments, like got all of our shares and posts for the day. And then reposting all of the tag stories, because I've noticed a little bit lately, like the PM shift will get busy and we won't see it, and then it's like we're closed and we don't reshare it. Or they get opened, like if you're at home and you open it, just reshare it quickly. That way we can make sure all the people get shared, they can see, and they're excited, like, oh, they reshared me. Because sometimes if we don't, they could be like, dang, why didn't they share me this time or something like that. So those will be our daily goals. And then monthly goals is doing at least 5 tea drops, which is super doable because we used to do like 200, I think, a month or something like that as a group. So at least 5 tea drops, and we made that number. And this is something where if you guys feel like more or less, or we'll feel it out the first couple weeks. But with obviously COVID, we know it's a little bit harder to get into some businesses and stuff like that. So I feel like 5 is manageable. And then something that you guys had asked about, which I'm also excited about, is we're going to start the neighborhood flyers. So they're literally going to be these. They're already printed under the bar. We just have to cut them. The half off cards are under there, and then I'm going to get rubber bands to bring tomorrow. But we're going to do at least 200 neighborhood flyers a month. So that could look like a really easy way for you to invite. Like you can take your kids with you. Like we can all like meet up together, a couple of us, whatever you want to do on your day off or before you come in. Get some of these, like write your initials on the half off card, roll it up, and then like just drive to a Southgate neighborhood, like back behind here, like they're all over. When you roll it up though, I was looking at it the other day, roll it like the outside so they can see when it's on their like door handle what it says energy or nutrition, because if you roll it on the inside, they're not going to see it. And like me, most of the time I just throw it away or I don't look. But if I see something that catches my eye and you have the half off card in there that says like half off or something, they might just be like, ooh, what is that? And then notice it's right down the street from them in Southgate. But make sure like we're not putting them in mailboxes or
I was
anything.
just gonna say, make sure that's.
You cannot open somebody's mailbox. It's like a felony. So do not open them. What you can do is you can do it in there. Also, this sounds weird, but I actually suggest going at nighttime. I know it's cold right now, but like when we worked out at Kate's basement and did like wellness Wednesdays and fit clubs, we would wait till it got dark and like bundle up and go running around. And it was hilarious, actually. We're like all black, like running around the neighborhoods. But because some people don't like soliciting, I was even hesitant to have us do this, but Shores did like over 1,000 and we've seen their numbers, same thing. So,
And this is a really fun, easy way to like get together. Like you can take your kids, you can take your significant other with you. Like it's not like you can't come with me or something like that.
Question, are we gonna be keeping track of where we're going so that way we're not like double or triple doing neighborhoods?
So when you post in this chat, and this is meant to be, guys, like a team thing. So like we've been doing in other chat, if you send in, so it'll go in this chat now, like just got my 10 invites in. And then once we do, we're gonna like be crossing off the things daily so that we can work together. So the monthly ones obviously will stay at that number until we cross it up and cross it early and change the goal if we want. But so whoever goes, just when you post like, Kira and Lisa, we just went out and did 50 flyers in the, you can even say like what the neighborhood was or the street names were, because yeah, let's not be obnoxious.
And you'll notice on the top it says date, so whoever's like up first in the morning or if you open or whatever, we'll just put this in the chat every day with the date, so you can just type the date in on Instagram, save it and post it in the chat, and then we'll know, like, we'll get started, and then as the day goes by, like, we'll cross off what we did that day. And then our goals, so we also have 2 goals for like the whole month of February. So our one goal is 6,000 followers on the Instagram page, which we're a little over 5,000. So that's super doable because as we're sending out our half off cards, like we're following new. So more than likely they'll follow us back if they choose to. So I think 6,000 is super doable. And then 200 new customers in the door, which we did, not counting today, we did 160 this whole month. So I think 200 is super doable.
Especially with intentional inviting,
Yeah.
even sporadic
With
with it.
the invites, like I feel like the past 3 days have been on it and our new has been up. So I think that's definitely doable, but would love to hear your guys' like thoughts on this. Are you excited? Do you have questions?
I have a question about flyers. Are we just doing Southgate neighborhoods or are we creeping into like Riverview, Taylor, any of them? Are you just?
I would say let's start with Southgate, since they're, like, it would make sense to go the closest proximity. There's a ton over there, there's a ton over
Right.
there, so let's start central and work
Okay.
our way out. Like, it doesn't, I'm not gonna go in Trenton and Flyer, I could, but let's just start here for ease of numbers, because people who are 2 steps away are more likely to come. And then also knowing like Be Well is open, like, I just know if that was my club, like, I wanna respect the other clubs around me and be respected. Also knowing Wyandott's gonna open right over there, like, they're really gonna try to tap the Lincoln Park market, because that's pretty untapped, but we do border there too. So there's like a whole, and then Taylor is, they're not in our org, so I would say move that way if we're gonna do that. Also, I never got to finish, but with the flyers, they can go wrapped around the door handle or the handle of the mailbox, the red thing.
Question with no solicitor signs on porches. What exactly is the law when it comes to handbills? Because
I would-
I have a no solicitor sign on my door. I don't care if somebody puts a
Yeah.
thing on my handrail, that doesn't bother. I don't want random people knocking on my door.
Yeah.
But I think a no solicitor sign is no soliciting
Yes.
at all.
I would not go to those. It has our phone number, guys, on it and stuff.
Because
and
you don't
for-
want to make people mad that have a no solicitor sign on their door. And like I said, I could care less if somebody puts a handbill on
Yeah.
my thing. I just don't want all the people knocking on my door.
Yes, thank you for
So
voicing that.
that's-
Yeah, I have a thought too, just behind doing like the Southgate neighborhoods. Just because a lot of these people are already customers here, what are we gonna do in this situation where they're like, I got this like half off on my thing, but they're like already a regular customer? Are we just gonna say,
You
you know?
just tell them to pass it to a
It
friend.
says on it,
Oh,
right on it, it always has, valid your
time.
first time only.
okay.
So if they call, we'll just handle it and say like, oh yeah, but you can give that to a friend.
Give it to a friend, okay.
And I also, as much as we think like we've touched a lot of Southgate, we have not touched much of Southgate. Like, a lot of our customers are actually from Woodhaven, Trenton, Brownstown, and Southgate, of course, but 30,000 people, I believe we haven't tapped like an eighth of that market yet. So some people might just not know we exist, so this is gonna be a good way to get our name out there.
I'm excited to use this though, because after a couple months, we'll really be able to see like the growth we're creating from that, and that could even be something that gets shared of down the line on a call for other clubs to help them grow too. Is this is what we did, we took into action for 3 months or however long, and this was our new, this was all of that, so.
You guys have any questions over here?
I have a question. Okay, so like I haven't been on the actual Instagram page yet, because I didn't know like the login, but I know that you just put it in the chat. So for the half off cards, are you just wanting it on the Southgate page to go follow people, or do you want like us personally to do that like on our social media as well?
Thank you for asking that. We will always send half off cards from the Southgate Nutrition business page, unless it's like your cousin and they asked you on your personal page, like, what's this thing you're doing? Because then we don't know, like we know a lot of the same people, even before working here, we have a lot of mutual friends. If me and Lisa and Anna and Jen all send it out to someone from our personal page, that's family, and people might be very turned off. So when we do it from Southgate, you know, when you go to click it right away, if someone's ever contacted them, if they've ever been in already, if they posted. And then I actually just re-forwarded like 2 days ago, Tiff is tagged in it. I reshared again exactly how we do that as far as following.
Okay.
a mutual thing. It's follow and send a half off card.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's what I wanted to know.
A blank half off card in the Southgate chat. You just get to put it like on your Instagram story and add your initials to it and then save it. And that way you can send that when you're sending out the messages.
And also Lisa did just tag in in the reshared message too, because it's up here with that blank half off card.
I'm gonna go grab my dog so y'all can see him.
Anything else, Elizabeth, Sammy?
I just know if I missed something, when we got kicked off, you had just started talking about what you're doing with, I don't remember if it was with the flyers or with the, whole,
Yes. So we have it recorded, we'll send the recording over. But we were just explaining, remember the club call we were on with the tiers for the action steps? So we revised it for our club. So we now have that officially. We have a separate chat where we'll be posting throughout the day, like got 10 invites in, did 20 half off cards, did whatever. Oh man, did whatever. So did you get the link? Did you see the link in there, Elizabeth? Lisa, did you send? Oh yeah. Yeah, okay, so add that, and then if you have any questions, we can walk you through it, and the recording will be sent. Anything else? Cool, thanks, guys. Anything else, you guys?
I just had a question. This situation, I guess, has come up multiple times, just once for me though. With Be Well being open, I did have someone say something to me. They got a gift card and they asked if the gift card was able to be used over there. I said no. And I was like, have you been in yet? Have you like went to check them out? And she's like, yeah, but I didn't care for it. Like, I like you guys better. How do we handle that situation? Being that they are our sister location, like obviously we want them to do well. Like, is that something we should bring to you guys so that it can be addressed with Sylvia, or do you? Like, I just don't.
Today also.
Yeah.
Yes, it happened today. A very bad situation, so.
They actually like went to Be Well and then came to us right after, so they had to buy like.
And I encouraged her to give, she knows Sylvia, so
Yeah.
I encouraged her to give Sylvia a very kind, like,
Oh, good.
hey, so something happened, like,
Yeah.
I just wanna let you know, so.
I'm glad you said that, because it's also like not our responsibility, like we have a lot of things that we're doing. At the same time, we do want to set them up powerfully, so message us privately, please, if so, and then, but also like she's doing so much right now too, so we'll just discern what's best to give her when. But in regards to that, I don't think we approach it any different than another organization, like, oh no, we're so bad, we don't know what happened over there, bummed that you had a bad experience, but maybe maybe they were just having a bad day, but we're glad you're here, and then just change the subject, get them something that they love. We don't want to like continue the convo going.
Okay.
Yeah. And then also, guys, just so you know, if you have someone who like personally messages you and is like, even if they're a customer of ours, if they're a customer of ours, or if they have never been in before and they're like, I live in Woodhaven, is this the same thing? You can still say like, it's one of our friends that opened a similar location. They actually do have the same menu and recipes. Let them know I sent you in and ask for a half off card, but you still want to make sure you say, let them know I referred you in, because Sylvia will send them back if they ever want to get the products, just like we have always sent people back to Sylvia or whoever. So make sure you're still like, we want to support them, and you want to protect your own business too. So just make sure you have them say Anna from Southgate Nutrition saying it. Because we want them to be able to go wherever they're at.
Is it okay if I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Whatever.
6:13, you go.
Thank you guys too so much.
I was gonna look and see if she was in there, but I couldn't tell.
Hi guys.
Hi.
No, she's not in there. Mitch's mom is.
Are you
there.
good?
Yes.
Or you guys have any questions? I think you're good. Good? Okay. Thanks for hopping on from home last minute.
That's Deanne's grandma's dog's name.
I love you guys.
Why does this sound familiar?
See you
Hi,
soon. Love you.
love you.